Beneath the tranquil surface of the great sea, where sunlight filters through the water in golden, wavering beams, lies the fabled city of Aquanos. Here, where time feels suspended and reality seems fluid, Aquanos exists as a timeless haven beneath the waves, a sanctuary of wonder and magic, forever cradled in the heart of the deep blue sea. Hi everyone, it's Theo, and we are working our way through the Lost Eternia Shards maps. With Misty Mire Forest and Morago conquered, our heroes make their way to the mythical underwater city of Aquanos. Aquanos is my favorite map in the game. When I first started playing the game, this was the main map for armor farming, and it also had the best DPS pet in the game. A lot has changed since 2013, but my love for this map has not. It is still as beautiful as ever and filled with wondrous underwater charm. We're going to start the map with 4 DPS heroes. We will start with a builder, a tower booster, a DPS monk, and a guardian summoner with monk and huntress guardians. The DPS monk is just to keep things safe during the first wave, but I end up keeping all 4 heroes in the entire run. So let's go ahead and dive in.
Arriving at the Great Sea, our heroes gaze upon the vast rolling tides. Miles below the surface rests the mythical city of Aquanos. With no way to reach the seafloor, the Apprentice fears that their journey is over. Imploring the young mage to have faith, the huntress plucks a few berries from a nearby willow bush and drops them into the water. The fruit floats aimlessly in the water for several minutes. The Apprentice, not impressed, turns to scoff at the huntress. As he does, a gigantic sea turtle rises from the ocean and devours her offering, startling him. His allies enjoy a good laugh at his expense. Composing themselves, the heroes mount the friendly creature and surge into the murky depths. As they go deeper, the water grows darker and their lungs ache for air. Suddenly, a great light shines from below. The water clears. Before them is the lost city of Aquanos, its walls surrounded by a bubble of air. Inside the bubble, our heroes dismount the turtle and peer into the seemingly abandoned city. Feeling the energy radiate from within, they know that somewhere in the damp gloom, an Eternia Shard lies hidden.
Alright, we got a bunch of chests and 4 pets to pet to get mana. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab these 2 chests, and then we come over here and pet the snail. Come down here, pet the seahorse, and grab this chest. And we'll go ahead and build an aura stack close to the feet of the statue. And then grab some more chests. Go ahead and pet the snail. And we're going to put a strength drain aura right here. Come over here and grab this chest that I always seem to miss. Alright, in here we're just going to put a strength drain aura and a healing aura. Pet the seahorse, grab a chest, and got one more chest down here. Alright, we've gotten all our mana. Time to go ahead and switch over to our EV. Oh, one more chest. And now go ahead and switch to our EV. Alright, we're going to place a 4DU buff beam right here. And we're going to build our box of death right around here. Go ahead and build our buff beam and reflect beam right here. And down here we're going to do a 60U buff beam, covering both pathways. And we're going to put some reflect beams there just in case archers kind of get backed up and start shooting at the crystal. We'll go ahead and swap over to our Hermit and go ahead and start building some golems. Now this golem that we're placing right here is mostly to keep the boss busy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my Adept, and then I'm going to go ahead and start moving my heroes into place. Now my DPS monk's going to go through this portal, and he's just going to hang out down here. His job is just to kill mobs, and when the boss comes, the Sea Drag will be killing the boss. He's not going to move for the rest of this run, basically. I'll go ahead and swap over to my Tower Boost monk. I'll start shooting in this direction, and he'll be dropping mana to my Adept as soon as the wave starts. Now as soon as I have enough mana, I'm going to go ahead and build 5 LTs right away. And then I'll build 4 DSTs. And my first DST, I'll just point straight at the statue, and then I'll go in opposite directions from that point. Now I am tower boosting, so that helps, and I'm going to go run down here. And I'm going to build 2 LTs and a fireball. Now that fireball is actually really doing not much of anything. It's really just there to shoot at the boss during the boss fight. It might kill 1 or 2 mobs that might get through, but that's highly unlikely. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the buff beams while I can. Just run around the map and grab some mana while we still have some time. And see what we can't get. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my Upgrader Adept. And I'm going to go ahead and now I have some time, I'll go ahead and move my Summoner down to the tower stack. Alright, there we go. Get my tower boost going. Now I'll start upgrading. And that'll be it for the rest of this run. We're going to go ahead and tower boost, upgrade, and wait for the boss. Alright, I will be back when it's time for the boss fight. And I'm back. All of our towers are upgraded, so I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my DPS hero that I'll be using for the boss fight. Now I'm using an EV. Could have definitely used a regular monk with, like say, with a honey spear, or maybe an apprentice with an ember scepter. I just didn't do that. I'm just using this one because this is the same one I used during the Kraken spot during the poly fight. So that's what I'm using. You can definitely use something different, but this is the one I wanted to use for this. I do not beam the Kraken at all. I just shoot it with my ember scepter. So I'm just going to kind of run around and just help out the towers. They don't really need it, but I'm hoping maybe I'll actually quicken up the waves. We'll see. But that's why the EV's out there. You do not have to use an EV. You could technically just use a couple monks with DPS pets, and that would be perfectly fine. So I'll be back at the boss fight. And I'm back. It's almost boss time, so I'm going to have my EV just kind of help out with some of these ogres before the boss shows up. I'll get back into position. This is where I'll be shooting at the Kraken. And I'm going to go ahead and move my tower boost monk down here. Now, the reason I'm tower boosting down here is so that I can really buff that healing aura, because your heroes can take some hits from that Kraken. So it's really just to buff the towers, to buff the golems that'll be busy dealing with the Kraken, and buffing that healing aura. So as soon as the boss fight shows up, I'm going to go ahead and tower boost, I'll hero boost, and I'll shoot at him. Alright, so I'm hero boosting, now I'm tower boosting, and now I'm just shooting at the Kraken over there. And he's just busy dealing with the golem over there. Can't even see him through all this mess. But the fireball towers are doing their thing, my interceptor's doing its thing, golems are shooting and throwing their things, and my hero boost monk and sea drag are doing what they need to do. It'll only be time before this guy goes down. And he's done. There we go. Another successful mission for the heroes of Etheria. Alright all, I will see you in Sky City. Thanks for watching, and happy farming.
As the Kraken reels from the onslaught unleashed by the champions, the Eternia Shard slips from its gaping maw. The Huntress quickly collects the shard from the sand. But as the magical energy of the Kraken dissipates, the bubble that surrounds the city begins to collapse. As the icy waters rush in, the Apprentice cries out, fearing for his team's life. With the team's imminent doom seemingly near, all is lost, until their faithful companion, the sea turtle, arrives to carry them from harm's way. Hopping aboard, our heroes speed out of the crumbling city, narrowly avoiding the crushing weight of stone and water. Breaking the ocean's surface, the Huntress affectionately pets the sea turtle for his timely rescue. As the squire checks his armor for rust and the monk squeezes the water from his robes, the Apprentice, alas, is overtaken with a wave of seasickness. As our heroes look towards the afternoon sun with a newfound appreciation for its warmth, their newly acquired Eternia Shard radiates with energy. It is now clear where they must go, but without the power of flight, how will they reach the realms of the ancient Sky City?